A judge has just dismissed Luigi Mangione's big issues with the M for hire case, man. If you didn't know, now he's basically not facing the death penalty. Let's break it down. So if you don't know, this man Luigi is basically dealing with a lot of issues going on. He was basically accused of, if you don't know, taking the life of a billionaire. Today we're breaking it down. Let's see what they're talking about. It's crazy, bro.
How you feeling, Luigi?
And this is wild, bro, because if people don't know, man, this dude was just facing some heavy charges, bro. It was looking crazy for bro. It was looking actually like very crazy for bro. So, hey, folks saying it ain't over, man. It really ain't over. Now, dog, this is wild that people are really dealing with this right now, man. I didn't know how steep his case was getting. So we're gonna break down what's going on with Luigi Mangione real quick. We'll put it in. Luigi Mangione update, bro. If you don't know, there was a big thing going on where they said that someone tried to allegedly break him out, bro. Someone basically dressed up as an FBI agent and tried to break bro out. It's getting wild, bro. It's actually getting crazy. What do y'all think really went down, bro? Because they're saying a whole bunch of everything, man. Like, it's actually getting crazy. So they said deranged supporter accused of, trying to help this man Luigi Mangione, bro. And if you don't know, like, bro, what do people even say to this type of stuff, bro? Like, where do you go from here? Like, he tried to basically spring bro from jail with a fake FBI. Like, he basically gave guards his Minnesota ID and had a bag with a pizza cutter and a barbecue fork inside, bro. This is ridiculous, bro. So Mangione was seen on board with a beer. Basically, bro, this dude Mangione is basically aging real time. Like, this is a real, like, a case, bro. Like, this isn't just what people be saying. And then you think like, nah, bro, this dude is facing real serious stuff. Now, the suspect posed as FBI agents. He tried to convince prison officials to release Mangione from the Metropolitan Detention Center on Wednesday at 6:50 p.m. He was asked to show his credentials and pulled out his Minnesota ID before allegedly warning that there were weapons in his bag. Prison guards snatched the bag and found a barbecue fork and a circular steel blade, resembling a pizza cutter. Anderson, 36, then threw a stack of papers at the workers, which the complaint claims were related to suing the U.S. Department of Justice, and was quickly cut. So, bro, this dude got folks crashing out about him, bro. This man, Mangione, bro, this was a really big thing when it first happened, bro. Like, it's very smart for them to have tried to make this be as quick as possible from Mangione's side, bro, because if he didn't, bro, this could have been, like, spaced out for years and years longer, which I think that a lot of the strength that the case has for him is the fact that it's happening right now during when all these serious things are going on in the country. So it's like it's having a lot of attention on the justice system, especially in this situation where, a lot of people feel as if this dude was not in the wrong. So let's see what they're talking about. So people know him as the CEO knocker. You know what I'm saying? He was on court in January 23rd for a hearing on his upcoming M trial over the harrowing passing of the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson. If you don't know, he's alleged to have basically handled him with a silenced, basically put together weapon, and prosecutors allege the 26-year-old was the masked assassin who walked up to Thompson on a Manhattan street in December and hit him in the back of the head. Now, the shocking crime has sparked an unprecedented movement of support for the Silver Spoon Ivy League graduate, with many calling for his immediate release from jail. Now, this is going insane, bro. Like, I never thought that this case would get as big as it's gotten and like the real like scheme of the world for real. But you never know how this stuff ends up going, bro. Like, crazy. You never know. You never know, bro.
Yes, sir. Hey, yo. Can you put your mask down real quick for me? Yeah, sure. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. What's your name?
Mark.
What is it?
Mark.
Mark?
Yes, sir.
Mark what?
Missouri.
Sorry. Someone called that they thought you were suspicious.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you have your ID on you?
Yes, sir. Thanks.
I thought she looked like someone guilty to.
And that's the crazy thing, bro, is that people say that it was some random worker, bro. I don't think so. it was probably those facial scans from like the actual machine, bro. Cause think about it, like, bro, those machines probably have to scan to 100% accuracy, bro. That's why a lot of people still cover their cameras with like tape and stuff like that, bro. Now, out of touch supporters see Mangione's actions as a symbolic strike, well, against the healthcare system that, as we already know, has been broken, bro. And it's had a lot of things going on that need to be fixed. And some fans are sending the suspect, bro. People are basically sending this dude like love notes, clothing, personal pictures. Like he's awaiting his fate, and they've amassed over $1 million in funds. So, bro's got some funds to really fight the system, bro. A Manhattan district attorney said in a letter on Wednesday that they wished for the M trial to begin on July 1st so it could be held before his federal trial later this year. However, Mangione's attorney has argued the timeline isn't realistic and said they would need the rest of the year to prepare. And Mangione is facing both state and federal charges for his alleged crimes. The Department of Justice insists that they're pursuing the penalty. He's pleading not guilty, and prosecutors and defense attorneys continue to argue when the trial will begin. Now, this is the thing. If they go that route, and I'm explaining what's going on, right? So if they were to go the route where they said, okay, he's facing, penalty, he has a better case to win, because to prove that is extremely hard. If you don't know, there was another artist. His name is Boosie Bad, man. You already know who he is, man. Louisiana native, bro. And he was facing that same penalty. And even though he had a possibility of going, 15, 20 years time, he, said, I'm going for it, bro. And through the grace of God and through the grace of a good team, defense, and how it goes, he beat the case. Now, I'm not saying that Luigi's going to beat the case just off the fact that he's facing that harsher penalty. What I'm saying is, if that is the direction that the justice system chooses to take, it's going to be an uphill battle, that the case has so much doubt in so many areas that, based off reasonable doubt, I don't see a world where there's not at least 3 people on a jury that don't agree with the way things go. Even if you were to get your harshest, most conservative, highbrow New York audience of just, elites, there were a very specific subset that truly, really does feel for that CEO. I still think that there's a lot in the air of the case that just makes people say this could be the wrong person. And at the very least, to prove it's him at that exact moment is very, very hard. And I think that the fact that it's taken this long already in comparison to other cases that are going on with similar issues, it shows that the justice system, they may not have everything the way that they need to legally. And that's what it always comes down to, is that legally, can you prove this without showing proof of you infringing upon his rights illegally? That's a problem that I feel as if they're facing on the biggest level. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, man. What you think about the situation. That man Luigi, you think he's innocent, guilty? Let me know. Yeah.